Bond Number Nine's Centerpiece for Him is a fragrance that I've had for quite a while, but never really given a full review. And since it's spring/summertime, I thought it'd be the perfect time to talk about one of my favorite spring/summer fragrances. So without further ado, let's get into the video. When the Centerpiece for Him was released in 2013, people immediately began to say that it was just ripping off Aventus. Now, although they do have some similarities, I disagree with that statement. Aventus is a smoky, fruity, and musky fragrance, while the Centerpiece for Him is a fruity, aromatic, and woody fragrance. The notes are bergamot, pineapple, juniper berry, blackcurrant, cedar, and vetiver. This fragrance is very fruit-forward in the opening, sweet but not overly sweet. The juniper berry gives it this unique sweetness that is only something you find in this fragrance. The pineapple and bergamot are the more prominent notes, but as you wear this fragrance, you will get the vetiver and the cedar. So it starts off with this fruity sweetness, but then it dries down into this more mild fruity sweetness with some woodier notes in there. Typically, when it comes to most pineapple fragrances, they are legitimately ripping off Creed Aventus. You have fragrances like the Nishane one that I don't remember the name of, Club de Nuit, Mont Blanc Explorer, and then even fragrances like Alt and Dossier have their own Creed Aventus ripoffs. I believe the Centerpiece for Him is using pineapple, but in a different way than most other fragrances. When it comes to the performance of this fragrance, it seriously is no joke. I mean, whenever I've tested this fragrance, whether it be in spring, summer, winter, or fall, I've gotten at the very minimum 10 to 14 hours of longevity, which is insane for a fresh fragrance. The projection was also really good. For the first 5 hours, it has this moderately strong projection that gets weaker but never really becomes a skin scent until the 10 to 11 hour mark. But overall, this fragrance never ceases to amaze me with its performance. It's also extremely versatile. You can wear it to work, wear it to the grocery store, wear it in the heat, or if you're like me, you can even wear it in the house when nobody else is going to smell you. On top of that, Bond Number 9 does really good with its presentations for its fragrances. It comes in this beautiful, luxurious looking box that looks like you've spent a lot of money on it. It also has a rather unique bottle design, with the bow tie being a tad bit annoying because it doesn't really spray that well unless you remove it. And to make matters even worse, this has probably the worst atomizer in existence. It has horrible distribution that is very narrow, and it's like that because it has very low pressure in the nozzle. Not something you'd expect from a fragrance of this price. It could just be my bottle, but I'm not really sure. And the reason that this is a problem is because of the reason I just stated. The price of this fragrance is completely unreasonable. This is my most expensive fragrance, and it comes in at a whopping $440 for a 100 milliliter bottle retail price. And even if you wanted a smaller bottle that is a 50 milliliter bottle, you would still end up spending $295. That's not the ideal price for a fragrance that I consider an everyday dumb reach fragrance. I highly advise that you guys buy this fragrance off of discounters, because unlike other brands where you'll save $50, $60, maybe even $100, with this fragrance you're going to be saving way more than that, because I've seen this fragrance consistently go for lower than $200, which is at the very minimum a scrape off of $240 for a 100 milliliter bottle. So if you want to save yourself some big money, you should buy it off of discounters. Overall, this is an amazing fresh fragrance. It's not completely unique, but it's different enough to be in my collection. And I've loved pineapple fragrances anyway, and they seem to love me because they perform really well on my skin. So for the overall rating of Bond Number 9's Centerpiece for Him, I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. Now, I'd love to give this fragrance a higher rating, but I feel like I'm already being overly generous because the retail price on this fragrance is completely insane. But everything else about this fragrance, in my opinion, is really good. In my opinion, it smells great, it performs well, and it is extremely versatile. I wouldn't say it is the most mass appealing fragrance because some people have disliked it, but more people have liked it when it comes to my testing. But anyway, that's all I have for you guys. If you enjoyed this video, consider leaving a like and subscribing to my YouTube channel. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down in the comments below. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys. I'll see you in the next one.